he's on TRT and he's well over 300 pounds. That means I can maintain my stuff. Pros and cons of doing TRT. Yeah, I think you and I agree that I think of bodybuilding, it's an art show, not a sport. I think all athletics work out, but the one thing that we do is show it. And it being an art show, you got the two opposites all the time up there, and it's a person's opinion of what looks better. And I love that you think that it's the taper of the waist for you is more important than you being 350. I think that's artistic.
Feeling being a little lighter, the waist is just so much more in check.
I'm with you on that. Jumping back to your size, because I know that people are going to go, wow, he's on TRT and he's well over 300 pounds. That means I can maintain my stuff. Is that something, or should they have enough common sense to realize you're a big guy, you've been lifting for a while, and you've put on a lot of stuff? And is it feasible that they can maintain that kind of size, or is that going to drop back down to somewhat of a regular Joe?
No, when you go TRT, you are taking a break. You are going to lose some size. You are going to lose some weight. You are going to lose some muscle. But the thing with me is I have so much size and muscle. Even if I do lose some, I'm still a big guy. So like if you're a dude that's like 240 and you go to TRT, you're most likely going to probably drop down within 3 to 4 months, at least a solid 20 pounds, maybe more. All depends on how well you keep your training and diet in check. See, with me, I still eat the same amount of food. I still train hard, but, I'm just on a very little amount of stuff. So, pretty much you can see that I still keep the regimen going. I don't get lazy. I don't stop training. I don't stop eating my meals. Like, I'm still consistent with that. I stay on point. I never let myself, because like for me, I have a high metabolism. Okay. So if I miss a meal, I'll drop 5 pounds, so like with me, like I am super regimented with what I do as far as my training. So even when I go TRT, like that doesn't stop me. I still do everything the same. I just give my body a break on the supplements for health.
Can you talk about that? Because you said something earlier when you said you came completely off, you got sick. And it seemed to me, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, it seemed like it hurt you, or it played with you mentally as well. And I find that I know a lot of people, and I've been in this industry my whole life, and I see that something you're saying here that may be missed is even though you're low dosing, I guess you would call it, or TRT at this stage, you still stay on point. You still don't give up. You don't stop the regimen, where I see a lot of people, either they do some stuff and train really hard and diet hard, and then when they stop everything. They just completely stop and go, well, why? I can get it back. I just need to jump back on the stuff and go again. Can you kind of talk about those two worlds?
Well, man, people like me and you, this is our life. All right. This is what we do. This is what we live for. We don't know anything else. So for me, just to stop eating and training because I'm taking less supplements doesn't make any sense to me. This is what I do. This is what I am. This is my life. So I couldn't imagine just stop eating and training just because I'm off some supplements. Like, I'm still going to keep on the regimen. I'm just going to, clean out a little bit and get healthy because that's what you got to do. It's all about longevity. So I don't understand why people get lazy with their training and diet just because they're off supplements. It doesn't make any sense to me, but like, they're not warriors like me and you, what I mean? Like, this is what we do. This is all we know. So, I know
that my, for me, I know that my I guess a mental approach that's a little warped just because I started this so young. I don't know any different, because I started at 9. It's just, I just know this life of eating the way I eat and the training the way I train. And so with that, it's kind of cool that you're following that same steps, and you didn't start until you were 20, and you can still build that kind of reputation, or I guess you would say, you are your actions. So the habits you've created is still inbred in you, even though you started later, to me later, that you're still doing it and you love it. Is there any issues or things that you can tell these people out there today, the pros and cons of doing TRT compared to blasting, I guess you would say?
All I could say about TRT, man, is it's about health. It's just taking a break, letting your body rest and, breathe for a minute. You can't be on supplements all the time. It's just not good for the body. So, I mean, all I can say is it's just for health, man. Just giving your body a break, cleaning out a little bit, and then going back to it.
Is there any levels that you can talk about that are something that you look for? I guess you would call them your markers on your blood work. Is there things that you
blood work done? I just literally send it to a dietitian, and he just tells me, okay, this is what we need to work on. This is what, I mean, I don't really read the stuff myself.
So you go off of a professional to tell you, hey, this is what we need to do.
Yes.
I love that. I love that. It's even though you're in the industry and you've been around, you still go off of somebody else that possibly knows more of this situation.
Yes, absolutely.
That's great, man. Smart. You're doing the smart to me. You're enjoying it. You're having fun with this stuff. And we will definitely team up and train while I get out there. And then you fans that are out here, tell us what you would like to see. But I got to train some arms with you, because those things are not arms.
We call the video the 2 biggest natties.
Whew. Hey, you got to tell me this, because I keep saying it and I don't know what it actually means. What does a 9K bicep or a 9K something
9K check?
What does that mean?
So, you'd have to be like a serious follower of mine to understand it. I want to say the 9K goes back to 2016 or 17. There was a YouTuber named Louis Marco. Have you ever heard of him?
No.
And he used to be pretty popular on YouTube. He started doing these videos on me, and he would post one of my pictures, with me doing the out angle, and he'd be like, Craig Golias' out angle game is 9,000. So I kind of took that from that. I just thought it was kind of funny. The 5,000, I don't know where the hell I got that. So I wish I could tell you, man. I don't know where I come up with this shit. It's just in the heat of the moment. And then I start posting on my stories, and then before I know it, I got everyone talking like me. So I'm like, okay, this is working. I'll just stick with it. So are you 5K or 9K? You just always want to say 9K all day. That's all I got to say.
I think I'm only a 5K. Mostly if I stand next to you.
You are as 9K as it gets, man. You are. Everyone knows you're killing it, man. Like, everyone knows you're on another level, bro.
Oh, man, I appreciate you, brother. I appreciate you. I'm glad you
you know what's crazy? One more thing before I go.
Yeah.
There's this post that you posted, okay? And it blew my mind. And this had to be one of the most motivational posts I think anyone can see as far as a transformation. You posted a picture of you, I want to say 22 years old, give or take. And then another picture of you, I want to say 50. And you're doing the same shot. I want to say that you're hanging, maybe you're doing ab raises, and you look bigger and leaner at 50 than you did 22. And like, it's just mind blowing to think that people probably think like at a certain age you're done, but like you just proved it right there. You looked better than ever in your career, even in your 20s or 30s.